Hello everyone and welcome. Today I am going to be making for you the Christmas fruit cake slash black cake Barbados style part 2. And remember, this was part 1. This is soaking the fruits in alcohol. But first you have to blend them all in a blender, and then you pour your alcohol and just let it sit for however long you want to soak them for. Nowadays, you can do it like the next day. You don't have to wait for 6 months like we used to back in the day. Okay, so I'm just gonna transfer these out of here into a large bowl so it is easy for me to pour the mixture into my cake batter. So let's get started. Okay everyone, so we are going to start by greasing our cake pan. My butter is a bit soft, so it has been sitting out for quite some time. So I guess I'm going to use a brush. So when the cake is ready to go into the pan, then I will dust it with a bit of flour. And if you like, also you can also add a piece of parchment paper on the bottom. So for now we're just going to set this to the side until our cake batter is ready. So the next thing we're going to do, I sifted my flour and all the dry spices together. So now I'm gonna whisk until everything is well combined, and I'm gonna set this to the side. Okay, so that is good. And the next step, I'm gonna add my butter and my sugar to my mixing bowl, and I'm gonna be using my electric stand mixer today. So I'm gonna cream my butter and my sugar until it is light and fluffy. Then I'm gonna add my eggs one at a time, beating well after each. Okay, so now I'm gonna add half of my fruit mixture, and you can add a third if you want to. That's totally up to you. So we're gonna give that a mix until it's well combined. So now we're gonna add the remaining of the fruit mixture. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a good stir. Make sure, to get around the edges here, and scrape on the bottom as well. And I already have my oven preheated at 275 degrees, and I also have a tray on the bottom of my oven with some water in it. They say that it helps to keep your cake moist and prevent it from drying out. Okay, so now I'm gonna add half of my flour mixture and mix well to combine after each. Okay, so that looks like it's well combined. Make sure you get the bottom, scrape the bottom. Okay, so I'm getting a workout with my arms. Okay, so now you want to add your food browning, which is this dark stuff here, and you want to add a little bit at a time. because this can tend to make your cake a little bitter if you put too much in. I always tend to put a little too much. It doesn't really get bitter, but the color is a little darker than what I would normally prefer. And remember the rule, you can always add, but you cannot take it out. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so I think I'm good with this color. So that's pretty good, guys. Okay, I'm happy with that color. Okay, guys, so that's it. How easy was that? Put that to the side. And I'm just gonna dust a little flour in my greased pan. Okay, so that looks good. And I think I'm gonna also add some parchment paper on the bottom. That is totally up to you guys. Okay, so here's my parchment paper. So all I'm gonna do is to pour my mixture into my cake pan. Okay guys, and that is it. Let me clean up this mess a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, so our cake is all ready to go into the oven. So I'm going to give it a couple of taps. And this is going to be in there for approximately 2.5 to 3 hours. And I would check it like at the 2-hour mark. You want to test it with a wooden skewer or a toothpick and see if it comes out clean. If it's not, then you just put it back in for a few more minutes until it's done. Okay guys, so I will see you back when this is all done. Okay everyone, I just took the cake out of the oven. It was in there for 3 hours and 15 minutes. And has a few cracks, but that is totally fine. All right, so I put a tester in it and it came out pretty clean, guys. As you can see, came out pretty clean. So that's all done. So we're gonna let that cool completely, maybe for a day or two. Then I'm gonna, put the marzipan and the fondant on top of it. So I'll see you back when I'm ready to do that. So while your cake is still warm, you want to take a toothpick and you want to just poke some holes all over the cake, just like that. I already did it, but I actually forgot to show it to you. Okay, and you want to take some rum and just spoon a little bit of rum into the holes, and in my case I have a couple little cracks, which is even better. Okay, just like that. And that's going to help to keep your cake moist and also preserve it. Okay everyone, so we are going to marzipan and fondant today. So in this bowl I have some warm apricot preserves, and this is the one that I usually use, FYI. So I'm just gonna brush my cake all over with a bit of that, and this is gonna help the marzipan to adhere to the cake. All right, just like so, all over. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is to roll out the marzipan. So here's my marzipan, and I knead it just for a couple minutes, just to get it pliable. So what you need to do is to flour your surface with a bit of icing sugar. and you're going to roll it out. And you're going to roll it out to the desired size that you want for your cake. Okay, at this point I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, so this looks good. So I'm going to just roll it back with my rolling pin. I'm going to grab my cake. Guys, I have to be honest with you, I had to roll it again because the first try it was way too thin. So you don't want to make it, you know, roll it out too thin, okay? Otherwise it's going to start to crack. Okay, so now you don't want to stretch it, guys. You just want to smooth it on. Okay, just like that. Just like that, guys, all the way around. Okay, so I think we're looking good. So now I'm going to take a sharp knife, like a paring knife, and I'm going to just trim all the excess. And that is looking beautiful. The next step, we're going to do the same thing on the top. We're going to put the warm apricot preserve on top, you know, so that the fondant can stick on top of this. And we're going to roll it out the same way. So we're just going to repeat that step with the fondant. So now I have the fondant on, and now we're going to do the very same thing. Okay, everyone, my cake is all marzipan and fondant. Woohoo! Okay, everyone, we're going to start decorating our cake. And guys, I think it's looking so amazing. It's looking really good. So I'm going to take a little piece of my fondant that was left over, and I'm going to make a little paste with that. So I just add a little bit of water, and we're just going to mix that until it becomes a paste, because we're going to use the paste on the cake. And let me show you what I'm going to do. I have some ribbon here, guys, that I'm going to seal around my cake. I'm just going to put the paste in here, and you know, on the end of the other ribbon right here, and just seal it like that. So here is our paste. So we're going to use this as our glue. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on my ribbon right here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I have some snowflakes here, and they are edible, guys. The only thing that's not edible is the ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to take a brush and a little bit of water, and I'm going to brush it on my fondant. And then we're going to put our snowflake. Okay, so I have some pearls here as well. Okay, and a little bit of water, guys. So I have some white pearl dust. The cake is all done. So let me bring you in a little closer. Okay guys, so here you can see the glitter. It's that not pretty? Here is the finished product of my beautiful Christmas fruit cake, and as we call it in the Caribbean, black cake. I had fun making it together with you all. I hope that you're going to try it, and for your family this holiday, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you like this tutorial, I hope you give me a big thumbs up, because I sure had fun putting it together for you. So thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Clean cut. Oh my goodness, guys. If you can smell this. Look at that clean cut. I'm gonna taste this piece right here. This is moist, soft. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is it. This is it. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you. The taste is just awesome. Perfect. Okay, guys, this cake is so perfect. I don't want to cut it. Okay, I'm gonna cut just a little piece so you can get a good taste. Okay, guys, look how moist the cake is. Super moist. Now this is the old-fashioned black cake. That's the taste. That is the taste. Beautiful, guys. Thank you so much. Moist, delicious, perfect. Bye-bye.